row. It's Martin Freeman, everyone! Hello, sir. Good to see you. Come sit down. Hello, Constance.
All right.
Oh, well, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to Southend.
Thank you very much.
First up, cup of tea, a wine,
Tea,
a beer?
please. Can I have it strong but milky?
There you go, mate.
Have you got a bit of sugar, please, Dalton?
Oh, a little sugar. You're the first guest that we've had that's asked for sugar in 7 years. So, clearly LA hasn't worked for you, darling. There you go. Just one.
Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
So, you're one of our most prolific actors. You've been in Sherlock, you've been in The Hobbit, The Office.
Yes.
The thing I love about The Office is the relationship between you and Gareth.
Yeah.
And one of the best things you did, you got your stapler and
Yes.
set it in a jelly, didn't you?
Yes, that was the first episode. Yeah, and that kind of set the template for their relationship. I was going to say friendship. It was not a friendship.
Yeah.
But it's sort of antagonistic relationship.
I've watched a lot of the bloopers, and I don't know how you actually got your work done.
Well, very often we didn't. Is the truth. Because Ricky was hell-bent on making us laugh. There's one scene between Tim and David Brent that was supposed to take an hour to do. It took us 3 hours because we literally could not get through it. But, you know, I'm a huge fan of that show and I'm endlessly proud of it.
Yeah.
It's a quintessentially kind of English brand of humour, I suppose.
Quintessentially English, you can't get more than Sherlock, can you? The characters are so integral to each other, they're so different, but it's like a proper marriage.
It's one of the things that attracted me to it. The interplay between Sherlock and John is very exciting to play, you know. And it's really smart. I remember reading the script and I knew, oh, this is good. People all over the world go balmy over it.
Really?
Yeah. The level of dedication to that show, I have never seen anything like it. Really?
Hobbit, of course, halfway around the world, New Zealand.
Yeah, as far away from London as you can go. Yeah.
I mean, on a production like that, what is the food like?
It was amazing.
Because the produce in New Zealand's amazing.
Yes, it is.
When you sit down in the canteen, isn't sort of the big feet come off, the ears come off, the tuck in?
Yes.
You've got yeah.
Yes, they're like on one big stocking. They come up to about mid-thigh, and you and a friend pull them off.
A close friend.
Yeah, a very close friend.
Yeah. But hobbits love food, though, don't they?
Oh man, yeah. Bilbo is described as someone who loves food and he loves clothes, and they're two of my favourite things in the world. Yeah, so yeah.
Made you,
Yes,
wasn't it?
I was born to play. Yeah.
And of course, when you're on set, there's someone cooking for you all the time.
Yeah.
But when you get home, do you do the cooking? Are you a good cook?
I do not consider myself very good, but I can keep me and my kids alive. Watching stuff like yours, actually, that 15-minute stuff, does make you think, oh, you don't need to be a fantastic genius in the kitchen. You just need to open your mind a little bit. And
I think I'm always good at making you feel like that. You think, well, if he can do it, if you can do it, anyone can do it. I'll have a go. So what about dinner parties? Like, are you one throwing a dinner party, getting 16 mates come round?
I find that terrifying, Jamie. I find that really scary.
If you emailed 16 of your best friends and said, look, come round for this, would they be quite surprised?
I'd be surprised that I had 16 friends. Yeah, and I think they're probably looking at each other thinking that this can't be a real dinner party.
So what about family classics then, like a good bolognese? Can you rattle out one of those?
Yes, I can do that. I mean, not a veggie bolognise these days,
Of course.
But,
How long were you a vegetarian for then?
I was off meat and fish from 14 to 28, 29. And I had a couple of brothers who had been vegetarian.
And then you went back to the fish?
I went back to the fish, and I never thought I was going to, but I was rehearsing a play in Birmingham, and it was lunchtime, and it was honestly, it was like a sort of road to Damascus thing. I got hungry. My legs were taking me to a chippy. It was very weird. Before I knew it, I was ordering a piece of cod. But I love fish. Yeah, love it.
That is very lucky, because I hope you're hungry, brother, because I have got the most incredible mixed fish grill, homemade flavoured butter, portion of chips. Right, who's hungry? Right, better get going then. Have a look at that, son.
Jeez Louise.
And
Oh, here we go.
oven roasted chips.
Wow.
Let's have a little shake up there.
Can I?
Yeah, please don't wait for me, mate.
Oof.
Good.
Really good.
A mixed fish grill is the easiest dinner party meal ever. It looks like you've made a load of effort, but really you've made a flavoured butter.
This is the most eclectic and posh fish and chips ever. Yeah. This is everything in chips. Yeah. It really works.
But how do you feel about waiting on this lot?
I feel excited and terrified at the same time. If I burn myself, you two are so getting sued.
Go for it, my friend.
Right, folks, food's up. I gave them the idea for all this, and then I was here at 9 o'clock. Sort of. Yeah.
Service, please.
Sorry, love. Yeah.
Fish is so flaky, it's just melting in the mouth.
The chips are really good. I like that it's really crispy on the outside but quite fluffy in the middle.
Right, coming through. It's very, very hot. This is an array of fish and seafood. Prawns are big.
How's your waiting skills?
I took credit for every last ounce of it.
Good man. Tell me about you and your food memories as a kid.
I remember I think the first thing I remember asking for, walking down the street with my dad and him saying, what do you fancy for tea? And I remember clearly coming out of my mouth, I said beef burger, chips and peas, that's what I would like. And that to me, even though I have not eaten meat for an eternity, that still sort of means comfort for me. Yeah. Also for me, anything involving an egg, yeah, I love eggs. Like if I'm making breakfast, yeah, always an egg. Really, I just want scrambled or fried or poached eggs. Yeah, or an omelette. Yeah.
You are big on eggs, aren't you?
I love an egg.
You're an egg.
I do really like eggs, yeah.
So listen, we're in a cafe.
Yeah.
What is better in a cafe than eggs?
Nothing.
So I thought we would do the king, actually the queen of eggs. So from Eggs Benedict, which is a greatly loved thing, but it's got ham, so you ain't having that, are you?
No, I'm not having it.
But Eggs Royale, smoked salmon,
Yeah, lovely.
homemade, beautiful English muffins, a perfect coddled egg, and then hollandaise sauce.
Which I've never made.
Really simple, really classic, but we've also got to get it out, hot and delicious, to 30 people around about the same time.
How high are their standards?
Really
Good.
So we've got to be good, man. We've got to be really good. And I'm afraid you're going to have to do it. So we'll do it together.
Okay.
You up for this?
Wicked, okay, I'm in.
Let's do this. Come get your penny on. Right, best of luck.
Coming up, we're fighting for healthier options for those working throughout the night.
Last time they were seen was at the rear of the car park. After this one call, you feel like going, oh, so you can see how important food is then to keep your concentration up.
And in the kitchen, things are far from elementary for our dear Watson.
Oh, hello.
At the end of Southend Pier, we're getting a helping hand from award-winning actor Martin Freeman.
Service, please.
Sorry, love. Yeah.
We're helping him conquer his fear of cooking en masse by teaching him a weekend brunch classic.
Are you an apron man?
Yeah, I've got a couple of aprons actually.
Have you got anything written on it?
Just boobs.
Breakfast and brunch. I think they're like potentially the best meals of the day. And of course you can buy muffins, but this is an opportunity to make them. They're not that hard, right?
Okay.
So look, we got 700 grams of strong bread flour.
Yeah.
Super easy. Use your hand to make a well. In the little well here,
Yeah.
we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar.
Okay.
Just to
Yeah.
kind of kick off the yeast. We're going to use 1 sachet of yeast. So I have just under a pint
Okay.
of milk. That also is going to wake up the yeast. And also, I'm not using my hand, I'm just using the fork.
I see, so you're
And-
starting to incorporate the walls of the castle.
Exactly. You've got kids. This is
Yes.
absolutely the kind of thing that they would love to do. How old are your kids?
47, they're 10 and 12.
Right. So 2 teaspoons of salt goes in,
Okay.
and that's your seasoning. Can you see it kind of getting thicker?
Yeah, it's like plaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I'm just folding it. There's no real right way to knead. It's just moving it.
Okay.
So have a little go at just riding that baby.
That's, yeah.
You ever made bread before?
No, never.
Would your kids think there was something
If I
different
started
happening?
making bread,
Yeah.
they'd think that was a bit odd, yeah.
Yeah, see, but that's a good thing, right? So, mate, in there, and now it's just a little lesson on proving. So that was just an hour of proving, and you can see that it's doubled in size. So if you just give it a good punch,
Just a punch?
yeah. Look, we're taking the air out,
Yeah.
and then we're just going to roll it out about 2 centimetres thick, just away. I like your style. So now we need to cut it out. So I had a bit of a problem today with the cutter because, did you meet Jimmy?
That's it, yeah.
No, it's really annoying because every single time I want to get my cutter, you know, he hides it in jelly.
Very good.
Does that bring back any
Very
memories?
good. It does. This is the colour that we used in the office.
Can you retrieve the cutter for me? Feel free.
Let's have a look. Oh, that's a
my
lovely
God.
sensation. Wow. Oh,
See?
I like it. Great.
Grab the ring and cut me out a nice little
This
thing.
is all to do with my career, isn't it?
This is all to do with
Jelly,
your career.
the great ring.
Yes.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll
Wow,
take
they
this,
already look like muffins.
yeah, and we'll place that onto our little
Oh, I love this stuff.
cornmeal. So if you do that,
Oh, God, it's so good. Oh.
We're letting the dough proof for an hour while we crack on with the hollandaise sauce.
so what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 packs of butter,
Yeah.
which is whack that into a pan. You can see how quickly that's melting.
Yes.
Now, eggs are very sensitive, a bit like me and you, right?
So, would you always do that? You'd never do it with a fork? You'd never just
No,
fork it?
well, a whisk it. You could fork it. I mean, you can fork it if you want.
Can I fork it? Can
Well, I would whisk it.
Yeah, but it's not your show, is it, Joe? this is my egg store. Why? See, I find this just cumbersome.
But you might find that if you use a fork, you might fork it up.
Really?
Do you know what I mean?
Why?
Because eggs are delicate, they cook at about 70 degrees. But as much as I know you love scrambled egg, my brother,
Yeah.
this is a sauce. So we don't want to get it to 70 degrees. So we're cooking it in a pan with a little inch of gently simmering water. We're going to hit it up with good mustard and the juice of 1 lemon. Then we'll add the butter bit by bit.
Yeah. That's a lot of butter.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
But look behind you. That's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Have you ever made a sauce like this before?
No.
No. What would every actor have done? Shakespeare.
Yes.
Hollandaise is like Macbeth.
Okay.
Like nearly every chef has taught this,
Right.
whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
I'm now going to balance with vinegar, just to thin it out. My tip is if you keep it in a thermos flask, keep it warm for 2 hours.
Right. Good work, man.
So we have hollandaise,
Yeah.
we have homemade English muffins. I would like you to now make your own batch.
Okay.
I've made enough for half the room.
But maybe not everyone's hungry. So
Is everyone hungry? Yes.
maybe not everyone deserves a muffin.
Good luck, Martin.
Cheers. It's like a sandcastle. It's holding up all right. Okay, no, fine. I think it's all right. I think it's working. I think. Oh, hello, 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 hello. I mean, this is mental. Okay, right. This is not necessarily how it should be going. And I'm going to do... This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that.
While Martin struggles to keep his castle walls up,
That's bad. That's bad.